could be a really bad move. Wow. Okay. Decide to attack us. So I think, actually, oh, they could move that army down straight away afterwards. This could be an issue. What are they deploying? So they're actually deploying more men than me. So I'm not sure how this is giving me the advantage here. I've got some better units overall, I think, at my disposal. So I think we should play this battle regardless, actually, because I can use my archers much more effectively than the AI auto resolve can. Anyway, one good thing about fighting or defending a village is using the narrow pathways. You take away, I think, you take away the advantage of the numbers that an enemy might have against you if you do it well. So really, it's a good option to really fight this battle myself, I believe. So what we'll do is I have to try and predict where they're going to choose to come in. I'd assume it's going to be these two locations here and here, but I can't be sure. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put one group. I want to put my weakest units at the front. Is my kind of plan here, to absorb most of the shock. It sounds awful. And one group. There we go. And we'll also get another group of our spearmen to back these guys up as well, down here. Like so. We'll use these farmers actually as kind of cannon fodder to charge in, because we don't really need them too much. I'm not one for just using things as cannon fodder, but in certain situations it's kind of called for. We'll get my archers down here. We need them in the open. We'll get our cavalry actually in this open space, because I might want to divert and move them around a little bit. We'll move these slingers down there with them. So we've already got the two full groups actually being used, so we'll leave our main infantry bulk that we can actually use to do a counter attack, which isn't a lot. We'll put them back there, and we'll leave our general up near the Stonehenge here. So now I think it's just a waiting game to see what the enemy does and where they could attack from. I mean, that's going to be very... I mean, that's going to really dictate how this battle goes, is how the enemy decides to attack, what direction, etc. from. So I think we'll soon find out. However, we have got... Well, I'm hoping we've got... They don't look very well shielded, I'll be honest. Let's try that again, shall we, lads? Are you supposed to have shields up? Yep. Okay, I don't think it actually did it properly. Well, I'm hoping it didn't, anyway, because that's not a very good... Why are you... Right, not gonna lie, wrong way. Good try. Wrong way. Yeah, that means you turn around, guys. Okay, Jesus. Let's try that again. Was not the most successful shield wall I've ever seen in my life. And you need to hurry up, because you're probably about to be attacked. Where's that? What the fudge? Did I not put another... Right, well, that's me, gobsmacked. Don't know what happened to them then. Here we go, archers opening fire. What we'll do, we'll turn skirmish mode off on those so they don't run away. It looks like they're all just going to filter into one massive cluster right there in the middle, which gives me the advantage of moving my cavalry on the side. See, the AI was more intelligent, I wouldn't say very intelligent, but more intelligent, then it would be a much more challenging scenario to be fighting with, to be honest. As you can see, that is just pure numbers piling into there, like seriously, it really is. Got some of our men in there to help out. We'll get our archers to resume fire actually against enemies. This should be a nice volley of arrows. Here we go. Oh, I took out a nice bunch of them. Wow, they're not going to last for very long. God, yeah, they're going to root. Or route, whatever you want to call it. So we'll get actually our spear infantry. I think we're going to need all of these, to be honest. Where's our cavalry? There they are. Put them down there. Oh, look at that. That was a clusterfuck there. zoom right in and get in the action. It's amazing FPS. No matter what computer you're running on this. Clusterfuck's a clusterfuck, I suppose. Yeah, it shouldn't take too long to wipe out that group of skirmishers.
Our spears are yours.
I should hold them. We'll bring our cavalry down through the trees from behind. I think the front line is going to hold fairly easily actually. The spearmen aren't doing that bad. And while that's happening, we'll just perish off some of these other units which are causing momentum damage. Go. It's gonna sound weird, but what I'm actually gonna do is I'm actually gonna bring these guys out over here. Through my other men. Oh, that's not a shield wall. We'll dissolve that then. Bring my men round. The cavalry is round the back now, so this should be a fairly quick sweep up with the cav. We'll soon find out though. We're going to need those in wedges. Like so. Beautiful. What the fuck is this formation, lads? Get in there, you know. This cav should absolutely Shrek shit up, hopefully, when it gets hold of these slingers. Yeah, they won't last for very long, I wouldn't have thought. Okay, and then we just got to chase the last unit down, then we'll turn them around and pummel the back of this cluster here. Running out of men at the front line, which isn't always, well, what do you mean isn't always good, it's not good generally. Leave those there just in case things go awfully wrong, we have to retreat and the AI just been really clever and push us back round. Which I doubt, but, you know, it could happen. And that should be their last. Form them up there. And what I'll do is I want to do a charge with the cavalry to crush morale, and then we'll go in with the infantry actually behind them to actually mop up some of the infantry. Unless they're actually going to ride into us, then that's fine, we don't mind that. No, can't do that. Not sure what they're planning to do actually. Just get them to go in the back. Alright, now we got our infantry here, and we'll just completely enclose this up and turn it into a little bit of a slaughtering field, which is always good. When well, it's not your men being slaughtered, I suppose. Anyway, it's your men being slaughtered, I suppose. A slaughtering field is not the best. Okay, so once we've got those lined up behind, we can do the charge. Now what I'm actually doing with these archers, this might seem a bit weird, is if you get them behind infantry and tell them to start firing, they do a hell of a lot of damage, like a hell of a lot. It's kind of ridiculous how much damage they do, to be honest, compared to if you're shooting head on. And these Pix warriors should really start to nitpick a lot of these enemies off. Now we'll move cavalry out, so open up a gap for our archers, and move the spearmen there as closest gap in case any try and run round. go. Okay, so now we can start firing upon the enemy. One of our lines is actually starting to crumble. It's going to sound really weird, but we'll just get all of our dead units to back them up. Poison shots might do. This is why we stationed the spearman there to stop that cav unit. That worked out well. If I zoom in, you can really just see the effect of the arrows at the back, especially. Really, it's just devastating when you get an army like that. However, we're going to carry on this battle quickly. I just want to kill as many of these guys as we can. I don't want any of them coming back if possible. So we'll get the cavalry to run them down. Get them to target those ones. Might seem mean, but it's just the case of generally them having a lot more armies and still having an army up north stationed, so really I need to make sure this army does not come back for a while, so I can get myself strengthened up down south. I'm building another army obviously in the capital, but that's not going to be ready for quite a few turns yet, so it's quite important that I whittle down these men as much as possible. Oh, that and the fact that it does look really cool, generally anyway. But no, I'm not just doing it for sadistic fun. I'm generally doing it for a semi-tactical purpose. Really? Instead of just bombarding loads of fleeing men with arrows for no reason. I think the cavalry's pretty much mopped up most of the enemies there, so... might be the last volley, I think. Takes out a few more of the enemies, and there we go. So what we'll do is we'll hold the fire there, and I think we will call it a battle. That was a decisive victory, so we lost 252, which isn't bad considering, and the enemy lost 1,789. So they only actually have about 100, probably just under 200 men left. So I'm assuming, or I would predict, that this army is completely finished. Oh, it's not actually, it's fled, and that army's come down south, which could be a problem for the future. So let's go. I'm going to quickly go over. Where is he? No, he's got 20 gravitas. Right, so we've got a fairly large army, and this is a much more challenging army than the one that just attacked. So really, we do need to strengthen that up north a little bit. However, I don't think I'm going to have any men to do so. They are holding position there for now, which isn't bad. That's always a good thing, actually. So what I think I might do is move this army north here as a supportive force, because I think we do need a supportive force up there for the future. And I think that pretty much rounds it up for this episode, guys. So we've managed to push north a little bit and take a... but I can't say it, I'm not going to bother trying. So we've conquered most of England. Obviously we start off with the whole south, so now it's just to go take the last settlement up north, and then we can focus on taking Ireland, which shouldn't be that too bad of a task. They haven't actually declared war on us as far as I'm aware as of yet, and then we can focus on pushing into Europe. How we're going to do that, I do not know, but I think we'll decide that at a later time as we get there. So thank you guys for watching. It's been me, Jellybellyjoe here. If you've enjoyed this episode of the Iceni campaign Let's Play on Rome Total War 2, then please do leave a like, comment and subscribe for more in the future. And as always guys, keep it awesome, and I'll see you in the next video.